Uzindile and the Koning, we'll start with you. How's the mood in the camp ahead of this game? I mean, we know what the importance are. This on, yeah. What is the mood like? Is it one of expectation, or are you guys quite calm?
Yeah, and I think the mood is a test week mood. You know, a very important game. Playing against Tonga, this could be our last conference if we don't win the game. So that's how serious it is. So we've had a good week of preparations, and the nice thing is that from the island game, we had an extra day, you know, we had an 8-day turnaround. So as coaching staff, we could go deep into Tonga. And but once again, I think the vibe in our camp, boys are in a good space. To be honest with you, even though the results were not on our side, you know, but in the manner we played against Ireland, you know, it was a very, very tough game, you know, probably one of the best group stages games. But once again, it's a test week for us. And once again, we took this week very, very serious because, like I said, this could be our last chance, you know. So, yeah, but we're up and ready for the game.
You obviously had a chance to look at Tonga quite a bit, and obviously they've now named their team. Give us some of the expectations of Tonga, and I mean, we know they're a physical guy and the type of game they play. Give us some of the expectations.
Yeah, big forwards. If you look at a guy like Tamaifuna there, you know, they've got one of the best scrums in the competition, and their back line, they've got some X factor there. Star players that played the All Blacks in the past. You know, if you look at a guy like Charles Piutau at the back, you know, if you give him time and space, he will destroy you. You know, a guy like Malakai Fekitoa, experience. I think they've got good X factor players in that team. You know, so. But once again, for us as a Springbok, even the team that we've selected, you know, I think it's a strong physical team that can probably also apply pressure at them, not just to handle it. That's not our goal. Our goal is also to put them under pressure, you know. So yeah, they've got X factor. So if you're not switch on for the game, you'll probably struggle. You know, we don't want to make it a long hustle. You know, we want to be clinical. We want to pitch up on the game with the right intensity and make sure that if we get opportunities, we have to capitalize. I think that's something that against Ireland we didn't do well, you know. If you look at our 22-meter entries in Ireland 22, where we didn't convert them into points, so that's something that we need to work on. So tomorrow, if we create those opportunities, we just need to make sure that we convert them into points.
In French?
Ouais, is possible?
That's what Dwayne.
Yes. From Toulon. Est-ce que ce match est aussi une façon de préparer, même s'il y a une qualification en jeu, de préparer les quarts de finale aussi de votre côté, et est-ce que ça justifie aussi autant de changements un petit peu dans l'équipe comparativement à l'équipe qui a joué contre l'Irlande?
Yeah, first things first, we need to win the game. We can't talk about the playoffs, because if we don't win this game, then there's no playoffs for us. So the main thing is to win the game so that we got a chance to qualify. And also, we don't want to depend on other teams' results, you know. We want to be in control of our success. So that's why this game is serious for us and it's very important. So we'll probably, first things first, our goal is to win the game, and then we'll assess during the game. If things are going well for us, then we'll probably chase a bit of for a bonus point just to be safe. And so I can't talk much about the playoffs, and that is the main focus for tomorrow. And what was the second question again? I forgot the second question. Oh yeah, the changes in the team. I think it's if you follow our team the past couple of seasons, and that's how we've been doing things. We've tried to build some strong squad depth in our team, and so we don't have any A and B in our squad. You know, we just know that we've got 33 players that can pitch up at any day when they're given an opportunity. So, more especially if you look at the center partnership we've got with Moody and Andre Stuyven, that is the partnership that played against All Blacks at Twickenham. So we don't really have A and B. I think we've selected once again a team that is strong enough to beat Tonga. The guys, they've done the job for us before, you know. So even if you look at the guys that are in that squad, you still got leadership group. You've got Sia, who's starting the game. You've got Dwayne, who has done the job for us many times, who's part of our leaders, and Cobras, so we've got a strong team to beat Tonga. But once again, we don't have any A and B in our squad.
Okay, question here on the left.
Morning, everyone. Dwayne, this one is for you. Have we seen the best of the Boks yet at this World Cup?
Well, I would like to say no, but I think, if you look at the Ireland game, I think that was a match to watch, and like Coach Stoker said, I think that was probably or possibly one of the best pool matches. So I think we still got something left in the tank. It's one or two little small things that we need to work on, but yeah, I can definitely still say we still got some juice in the tank, and but yeah, it's gonna have to, we're gonna have to do it this weekend and tomorrow, because there's no second chances. So we're definitely gonna have to pitch up, and hopefully we can we can give a great performance tomorrow.
Question in the back.
Good morning to everybody. I wanted to just get a comment from both Dwayne and Kanan on Sia's 50 caps as captain, 50 tests as captain. I know that the whole team is full of leaders, but obviously it's quite a special moment for Sia.
Yeah, no, especially for me, when I came into the camp, he was one of the first guys that came up to me and asked if I needed anything. That just shows how the great guy he is. So yeah, very, very proud, and obviously a proud moment for him and his family to get his 50th. And yeah, hopefully we can make it special this weekend. And just an amazing human being, and a guy that has a lot of voice in the team, and brings something to the group. So yeah.
Yeah, I think from my side, I know Sia a very long time. He was a youngster coming in at provincial level at the Western Cape for the Stormers. So he played Varsity Cup and then came in at Western Province. So young guy, charismatic guy, had opportunities to play, and he grabbed those opportunities with both hands, and within that whole system, he became a fantastic leader in the squad, and obviously, he took over the reins for the Boks, and it's if you think about it, I can't believe it's his 50th match as captain for the Springboks. So that's a fantastic achievement, and hopefully there's a lot more, and hopefully there's a lot of good things to come from this.
Okay, in French or English?
In English.
Okay.
Dwayne, this one is for you. How was it last week to spend the whole Ireland game next to your coaches in the coaching box?
Crazy. It was, I think it's the same thing what Coach Jacques said. They give some of the players opportunities to sit in team meetings, to sit in coaches meetings. Everyone is welcome to sit in those meetings. And then obviously they give some of the players the opportunity to sit up in the coaching box, to see the view, or see the game, or watch the game in a different angle. Also to see how the coaches look at the game, and obviously you bring a different perspective to the game as a player. Because you're thinking differently as a player than obviously the coaches do at that specific time. And I think for us, that's a nice dynamic. We learn a little bit. They also see how we might think about the game going into crunch time, maybe last 5 or 10 minutes, especially in that game. We had our opportunities, but and I kind of we kind of knew what we wanted to do and what we wanted to achieve. And so it's nice to be up there. It's also daunting to be up there, but I actually enjoyed it. It was good fun.
But you'd rather be on the pitch tomorrow?
Oh, I would definitely love to be on the pitch. So that's the most important thing. That's what it's all about.
Coach Dick Kanyusoya from News 24. Coach Dick, the chat has always been controlling the controllables. But when you look at the fact that Scotland are playing today and you guys will have tomorrow to play, does it also put you guys in a better place of mind, knowing that whatever Scotland does, you just need to have to better that result?
I won't lie to you, Kanye. So we don't really focus much on what Scotland is doing on the other side. Like I said to you earlier on, we don't want things to be controlled by other people. We want to control our destiny, you know. And for us, the main thing is we just think about the game we're going to play tomorrow, you know. And like I said to you, yes, there's a lot of things that you can calculate in if this and what if it doesn't happen, you know. But once again, if we can just make sure that we win the game first, I think the destiny will be in our hands. And like I said to you, it will be great if things go well for us to get a maximum points from the game. But I won't lie to you, I don't think we are really focusing much on what Scotland is doing on the other side.
Just talk us through having Andre Pollard back in the camp.
Yeah, you know what? It's good to have Polly once again. Like I've mentioned earlier on, also the leadership in our squad. I think that is one of our strengths, you know. Even if, for example, a guy like Bongi is not on the pitch, if you've got Dwayne or you've got a guy like Yeben, these guys have led the team so far in the past 2 seasons for us, and we always rotate amongst the players. And having Andre back, it's massive for our squad, you know. And I know it's said that we don't have Malcolm Marx in our squad with his injury, but I think having Pollard, I think it will be a good boost for us. Once again, even the guys that played so far for us, they've been doing very, very well. We were just unfortunate last week. I know a lot of people, they focus too much on kicking to poles, you know, and Andre has done the job for us in the past, you know, in Japan. If you remember the game against Wales, he was at his best, you know, and then also going to the final against England, you know. That's one thing that we've learned also last week, is the fact that if you're going to play against the top team in the world and you don't capitalize when you get opportunities, you might end up being on the wrong side of the scoreboard. I think that's something that we've learned. So to have Andre, you know, with his experience, and we know on a good day also he can be dangerous when it comes to his kicking. Same goes with Mani Lebok, you know. So unfortunately, these boys are all human beings, you know. Sometimes they're going to get off days, and that's where sometimes you need a player next to you, you know, to pick you up. And I think we're going to get a good balance between those guys now. If you look at the depth that we've got in the fly-off position with Mani Lebok, having Andre with his experience, Damien Willemse who's still there as an option, and Faf de Klerk, I think we are in a good space at the moment as a team. But yeah, it's good to have Andre back.
Gentleman, right?
Next set from Reuters. Dwayne, for you, I'm not sure when the last time you played 7, but the shift from 8 to 7, in reality, how much of a difference is that in the game?
There's not much at all. Well, you're part of the loose trio or the back row. Obviously, I still stay in my same position. I'm not at the back of the scrum, I'm just on the side. So, yeah, it's not a big shift, just a change of number. But yeah, looking forward to maybe play a game with Jasper Visa. I've never played with him, only a little bit against him. So yeah, looking forward to see you know, how we pack down, and obviously with Sia starting, so it could be a good one.
Nick?
Morning, Nick Mullins, ITV. Dwayne, another question for you. Just getting back to the role as a coach a couple of weeks ago. You touched on it, but what were the things that maybe surprised you most of all, sitting there and listening to what the guys were going through?
I think the biggest thing is just sitting there and you can't do anything. When you're on the pitch, you're still part of the game, and you can still make a change or change the outcome of the game. At the top, it's difficult. You give the players the info, what you want and what you see, and things like that. But then it's still up to the players on the field. So I think that's a difficult part of being a coach. You know, you can't do anything to the outcome of the game. So it is quite daunting up there, but it was also enjoyable. But again, like I said, I would still prefer to be on the pitch as much as I can.
But do you fancy it long term? Is that your next career move, do you think?
Well, you never know.
Okay, you've got time for two more questions.
Maybe my
One
follow-up.
here.
Yeah, there's going to be a follow-up asking if he's got aspirations to be a coach one day.
If you asked me this a couple of years ago, I would have probably said no. I think now, you're sitting there and you always want to give. When you finish, you're gonna think like you want to give back to the younger guys. You've got Kanan here, and well, I'm not a back, but there's obviously some things that you can still give to younger guys. So, if the opportunity arises and there's a possibility, then I would love to stay in the game. I would love to help younger guys and younger players, and you don't know where life takes you, but yeah, I love this game, and it's difficult to step away. Once you've been in it for this long, it's been 19 years playing professional, so it's been a good ride, and it's not the end yet. So hopefully there's more to come.
Okay, final question at the back there.
Kenan, this is for you. I know you've played a lot at 13 and your high school career, but mostly for provincial unions and for the Springboks, it's been at wing. How difficult or easy is it for you to just slot back into that 13 mode at test level, especially heading into a World Cup and in a World Cup for the Springboks? And for you, long term, is that where you see your career going as a 13 for the Springboks? Is that where you want to kick on for both the Springboks and the union levels?
Yeah, obviously for me, 13 was the position I played at school, and obviously a position I loved. I fell in love with the position, and I think I was wishing that that's where I would end up, and that was the talk with the Bulls as well, with Coach Jake. He obviously mentioned to me that I would play 13, but yeah, wing was where the opportunity came, and I took that with both hands. And yeah, playing wing at the Springbok setup now, and then Wales game, Coach Jar came up to me and said he wants to run me at 13, and it was obviously a big shock because I didn't think we will put a trigger on that one. And then Monday before the All Blacks game, I see my name on 13 on the sheet, and obviously I was blown away by that. But obviously got a lot of confidence from him. He obviously is the head of the defense, and 13 is a position where the 13 runs the defense, and obviously got a lot of talk with him and confidence in that position. Now, especially now being more 30 now in the camp, I'm getting a lot more reps. I'm getting a lot more game time under my belt, and now obviously with Andre and Andre inside of me, it obviously gives me a lot of confidence to play in that position. And yeah, hopefully this is the position where I stay, and yeah.
Okay, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, South Africa. That concludes the EVA match briefing. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Hello, guys. Excellent. Thank you, sir. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Good luck. Thank you very much. There we go.